Good evening, I'm Amanda Su and you're watching the 10 p.m. What News. Today's headlines. Haze in Malaysia takes a turn for the worse, with the API in Muar reaching a dangerous level. The anticipated Sukma 2013 starts today in Bukit Jalil Mini Stadium. And protesters in Egypt unite to overthrow President Morsi. These stories and more on the 10 p.m. What News. Haze in Malaysia has taken a serious turn, with Muar facing the haziest condition. The Air Pollution Index, or API, in Muar Johor has reached a dangerous reading of 383 as of 9 p.m. today. Johor's Education Director Muhammad Nur Ghani has ordered all schools in the area to remain closed until further notice. According to Ghani, a directive immediately went out when the reading hit 300 in Johor. Besides Muar, many other cities in Johor experienced an unhealthy haze condition today. Kota Tinggi has reached a very unhealthy API level of 232, while Pasir Gudang and Lakin Lama are currently experiencing unhealthy API readings of 199 and 181 respectively. Meanwhile, in Malacca, the API in Bandar Melaka has reached 137 and Bukit Rambai is close to 120. The Department of Environment, DOE, has already banned open burning in Johor and Malacca. Excluding these two states, all other states in Malaysia, including Selangor, are currently under good or moderate API readings. DOE says the hazy condition will continue over the next few days. The recent haze is a result of the forest burning in the neighbouring Sumatra. The situation may worsen as hot and dry spell is predicted in Sumatra, Indonesia over the next 2 weeks. The public is advised to stay indoors or to put on a mask if going outdoors is necessary. A more thorough API of different cities in Malaysia will be shown later during the weather forecast. In order to make healthcare more accessible to patients nationwide, the government is considering collaborating with private healthcare providers. According to Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. S. Subramaniam, private healthcare providers have welcomed the government's intention to work together. During a press conference in Hospital Kuala Lumpur, Subramaniam said the potential for such collaboration is huge as it would help improve the quality, accessibility and availability of healthcare services. Additionally, the cost of such services will go down. He revealed that there is a possibility of sending current outpatients in the Health Ministry system to receive private service with a payment supported by the government.
Kita sedang fikir macam mana kita boleh mengadakan satu jambatan yang boleh menghubungi perkhidmatan yang tersedia ada di sektor awam dengan sektor swasta supaya kita boleh kerjasama di dalam proses penyampaian perkhidmatan kesihatan.
DAP will not accept the Goods and Services Tax, also known as GST, if the transparency of government projects does not improve. DAP Publicity Chief Tony Phua said the proposed 7% GST would be unfair if corruption in projects has not been eradicated.
Speaking to a What TV reporter at a Thanksgiving dinner in Jenjaron a few hours ago, Phua expressed he believed that the idea of implementing GST is the government's way of generating extra money. At the same time, it diverts public attention from more urgent economic problems. Regarding the government's idea to exclude GST from basic goods, Phua thinks that the implementation will still affect the poor as production inputs will still be taxed.
We object to this tax because the government has not exhausted all avenues to increase revenues as well as to reduce costs in the government. We have not seen the government exercise open tenders for all its projects. We have not seen the government reduce corruption in the government. And all these savings, if we were to do, will enable us to increase our expenditure without increasing tax.
Phua was responding to a recent report claiming that Malaysia is able to rake in 27 billion ringgit income if GST would be implemented. DAP is now actively conducting forums and seminars to educate the public in objecting the tax. The protest will also be voiced out in the upcoming parliamentary meeting.
This brings us to our SMS poll for today. Do you think it's time to implement GST in Malaysia? Send us your opinion through SMS. Type What News Poll space yes or no and send it to 11000. The results of the poll will be shown at the end of our program, so stay tuned. Malaysians of Buddhist faith celebrated Wesak today. In conjunction with the commemoration of the life of Buddha, many Buddhist temples held grand celebrations. In Jenjarom, hundreds of people were at Fo Guangshan Dongzhen Temple tonight to witness the procession of vehicles adorned with decorations and lights.
"600 Buddhists marched behind the float procession, forming a parade that spanned 100 meters. They walked for 2 kilometers in a period of an hour. The float procession was officiated by Selangor State Exco member Datuk Teng Chang Kim. He stressed on the importance of the celebration.
Because we need Buddhism to continue to be the main religion for the Chinese community and part of the Indian community.
According to the Temple Management Committee Chairman Ng Shi Jiao, the number of participants this year has increased by 50% from last year. Earlier in the morning, the temple was crowded with people who participated in activities organized by the temple committee. Candles were also placed around the temple hall to symbolize the existence of hope in life. The temple has been celebrating Wesak Day every year since 1997 and has now entered its 17th year of celebration. Wesak Day is celebrated by Buddhists to mark three momentous events in Buddha's life: his birth, enlightenment, and his departure from the human world. On this day, many devotees go to the temple at dawn to meditate on the 8 precepts. They also carry out prayers and offer incense and joysticks. I'm Pu Xiaoyan reporting from Jenjarom, Selangor.
This just in. Malaysian mountain climber Muhammad Sharanizam Amado has died on his way up Mount Everest. The Malaysian embassy in Kathmandu, Nepal said he was suffering from acute mountain sickness and died at 7:15 today evening. The victim's body has yet to be flown out from the mountains due to bad weather condition. Another 18 Malaysian climbers are reported to be in good health and stable condition. Stay with us at What News for more updates. Did you know liquid nitrogen can be used to instantly freeze food and drinks? This technique is now employed in a kiosk in Pavilion Shopping Mall to produce Malaysia's first liquid nitrogen ice cream.
Oh My Guess, or OMG, is using liquid nitrogen to make ultra smooth and finely textured ice cream in just 1 minute. This custom-made ice cream allows every customer to mix and match one's own dessert. Once the selection of flavour and toppings is done, the transformation from liquid to ice cream begins. OMG ice cream comes in 2 sizes, small cup called Cutie and big cup known as Sexy. According to his supervisor, Muhammad, the idea of such ice cream comes from a chief named Sukri.
Dia memang chef dari Jepun. Dia ada pengalaman dari Jepun buat ice cream dengan resipi makanan lah semua. Lepas tu teknologi ni semua kita guna dari US. Coming soon we are open in Mid Valley.
Mid Valley.
Yeah, di Bali and maybe Merdeka there.
Because it's the first time we heard about nitrogen ice cream, so yeah, the idea attracted us. So yeah, we came to try. Yeah, we want to know how it tastes.
是来这里买，对，第一次。你是通过哪里知道有这个 OMG 啊？
通过我朋友咯。
你朋友告诉你？
对对对。
那你朋友就是对 OMG 有什么 comment 吗？
他说很好吃，就是口感很好，值得去试啊。
What News is off for a commercial break. We'll be back with the opening ceremony of Malaysia Games 2013.
我们的男主，我怎么一人？孙子什么？是，局长的。
Brings you closer. Free call and message.